This has been an exceptional opportunity. Evolve, I'm so glad Evolve is in Kochi. I have been following Evolve when it came to Delhi, and I was invited in Chennai, but I couldn't go. So thank you, Meritto team, for facilitating this. I think Meritto has made it difficult and easy for me. Difficult by having such an exceptional panel of panelists who are so much more experienced than me. They're academicians and they've been in the education industry. But it was also very heartwarming because it showed in many ways why Kerala ecosystem is still very quality focused. Despite we claiming that study abroad is taking students away, or that we still are a very quality focused ecosystem. We have exceptional educators who are waiting for regulations to change to facilitate competitive education in the state. So I'm very privileged to be part of this group today. So we'll do just a quick case study on how, like she rightly said, I think Meritto and CVV have grown together over the last few years. So I hope that this is a reflection of our journey, and I hope there are some insights which are useful for everybody here. Is that, yeah, okay. So just a quick intro to set the stage about the university that I am representing today, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, Chinmaya University. Chinmaya Mission, as some of you may know, or if you don't know, I would like to give a 1-minute intro. So Chinmaya Mission is a global spiritual organization founded by Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. He was a visionary leader, a patriot, a freedom fighter, a journalist, an atheist, and then who became a spiritual master. So Chinmaya Mission follows his vision of transforming individuals through education, and we have 50 plus year legacy. We have all sorts of centers all across the world, and we have more than 86 schools in India and even in Trinidad. So we are Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth is a higher education venture of this institution. So Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, a university with a difference. There are more than 1,000 universities in India itself, and many people ask why another university and why in Kerala. So Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth was approved as the first private deemed university domiciled in Kerala. We're still the first private university as of now. And we are also a de novo institution. So we got approval as one of a very distinct institution which aims at blending Indian knowledge systems with contemporary streams. So that is our primal vision. Our aim is to offer globally benchmark curricula, global experience while staying rooted to the Indian ethos. So we have grown over the last 7 years. We have 2 campuses. One is in Ernakulam. This is a short glimpse of our 100-acre campus that is coming up in a place called Onakur, which is around 35 kilometers, I think, from here. And we also have an off-campus in Pune. We have students. So why I'm saying this, why I'm setting the context, because despite being a 7-year-old institution, I know in the panel discussion, St. Gitt's was called a young institution. So I am like a baby now, probably. So despite being a 7-year-old institution, because of where we come from, because of the legacy that we have built in K-12 and school space, we have more than 17 countries represented in our student base, in our alumni, and we have students across 30 states in India who come and study in the university. So despite being in Kerala, we're not in Bangalore, not in Bombay, but still we have managed to attract a lot of students. And we consciously have attracted that student base because we wanted to build a global university in Kerala. So what was our goal when we started out with admissions? Holistic admission process. We didn't want to go into a rank-based, mark-based approach. We wanted to provide equal opportunity to every student who we felt, like ma'am also said earlier, has an aptitude to succeed in life, to gel with us, who we can mold and train. And that was one of our primal goals. We wanted a very diverse student base. We wanted a seamless admission experience for all stakeholders, not only the students, but the parents, the partners, everybody. We obviously wanted increased enrollment all across the program. So we have a very diverse program bucket. So I have BTech, I have MBA, and then I have a Sanskrit, I have B.Ed, I have music. That's a very wide range to cater to when you do admissions, and multiple locations. So a city-based campus, a hostel facility-based campus, a Pune-based campus. So that is why we went for Meritto. So that sort of, this was a need that we had. We had this need from day one. So when we started the university, we knew that we wanted to cater to a wide student base, so we couldn't go for a paper pen based admission process. So from day one, for our first admission cycle itself was online, completely online admission process, and we worked with other systems before we came to Meritto. We had our challenges. We didn't find that it was able to cater a seamless experience, so we switched to Meritto in 2019. NoPaperForms at that point. So integration of the end-to-end admission cycle, multiple leads, diploma to doctorate. So every degree, like you all would know, every course will have its own unique requirements in terms of evaluation patterns, people who are involved in the evaluation process. Some may have GDPI, some may have entrance. So there was a huge variety that we had to deal with. User categories. So this is another thing. I had to not only deal with tech-savvy individuals, but also first-generation learners from rural towns who probably didn't even have internet access. They would go to a cyber cafe and do it. So I had to have a system which could facilitate this support to the user and have it on mobile, have it on a computer. So we dealt with all of that. We needed a system that dealt with all of that. Consolidation and tracking of outcomes across multiple marketing channels. Like it was rightly pointed out, digital is one, print is one, but a lot of it is foot outreach, local word of mouth referrals and going to places and getting those leads. That also we needed to track the outcomes for. So that was a system we needed. Monitoring efficiency of obviously processes and personnel. We are a smaller organization, so we had to become more efficient in the kind of people we employ and the kind of time they devote to each activity. So this was the need which set us on searching for a good software, and that is how Meritto and CVV partnered in 2019. We have run now, I think, in the 5th admission cycle with them. So now, whatever I'm going to say now, I think Subhojit has covered it in his talks in terms of the features. I will just tell you which are the main areas where we found a lot of benefit with Meritto. So conversion tracking. So it was basically about optimizing the funnel. I think all of you have already dealt with this. So having multiple data sources, multiple Excel sheets, so many pen, paper, so many things. How do you track this? How do you get how do you not waste a lead? How do you get the best outcome out of every lead? So that was one advantage. Raw data to lead, lead to applicant, applicant to student. So that whole funnel, how do I optimize it to reduce drop-offs? And filters. This was very useful for our admissions team because you get a lot of leads. You're reaching out on a day-to-day basis and you're a small team. So filters and priority helped a lot in improving conversions. The other thing, of course, is ROI. There is only a certain budget. We are in a business where there's not endless funds available. So this was very critical of which publisher to go to, how much is the ROI, how much should I put into digital, which Facebook campaign to run, and whether this campaign is comparable to another campaign that is being run by the same publisher. All of this was possible through the campaign reports and monitoring process. And of course, tracking of the publisher campaign, lead source monitoring. So from different sources, we get a lot of direct leads. But then, like it was pointed out, primary, tertiary, this helps you because there could be a campaign lead who's coming directly. So you need to know which are your channels which work, and this definitely helped us. Automation. This is very critical. I think I am still not, Mohan probably is unhappy with me because I'm not using it as much as they would want us to use. So this is something we are also evolving and growing in setting up these processes, but this has been very useful. Customized communication across stages. Every user base of mine, every program is a different target audience. Even income based, there are different target communications that I need to send. So this has been useful. Of course, the newest addition that came in a few years ago, which is the website chatbot, and WhatsApp automation, which has been good. Query handling becomes very easy, even for the student to ask a query. They don't even need to pick up the phone. They can just query in and my counselors can reach out to them. Communication performance tracking, of course, is very useful because we can keep sending whatever we want. Unless we know whether it's working or not, it's just waste of time. So that helps. Post-application process automation is also something that is useful. It's not only about the application. The one first target for the team, of course, is generating maximum applications, but to ensure that the student doesn't go away somewhere else and the experience is seamless. So our admission offer processing, fee payment, a lot of that is still through Meritto itself. So I'm saying we are at 80% automation because we are trying to do a lot more with Meritto now, like Collexo and all of the other allied systems, so that we can provide a better experience to the student. At the crux of this whole admission process is the student. If the student feels comfortable, if the student feels that, oh, this is a nice place, they are supportive. Because at that point, when you are calling somebody from, say, Kolkata, it's not, they are not going to be able to even come and meet you. They are going to resonate with what you experience, how your counselors are calling them, and how the system deals with them, how easy or difficult the system is to interact with. And that has been very beneficial for us. We are now working now as we have grown. Now we have more programs. We have BTech and all of these programs coming in. So we are now integrating with the Meritto is helping us integrate with examination management also. And we have an in-house ERP that we are building, and we are establishing the API connect with that ERP, so that the post-application process or the post-admission process is also simpler and seamless, because otherwise that is a gap which we are still struggling with, and we hope to address that in this cycle. We are also looking at, we use Zoom a lot. So the team is helping us set up Zoom interviews. My team used to do Zoom interviews separately via emails. We used to communicate to the students, etc. Now the Meritto team is helping us integrate it with the application management system, so that it is easy for students to schedule their interviews, or for my team to schedule the interviews via the portal itself. So we are all going towards making it a one-stop shop for every student, so that it's easy for them to just click in and click out. Digital ad platform integration is obviously done. I'm sure many of you would have used it for your digital campaigns. The mobile application that Meritto has, the mobile version of the NPF or Meritto app, is very useful for the students, for the counselors, because you get a call and telephony directly registers the lead, and it's very, very convenient. So I think, like Shubhajit said, I didn't know which features to add, because there are so many more features. I think that has been, like she said, I have grown with Meritto in some way. CVV and Meritto have grown together. That is a beautiful aspect of this particular system, that it keeps evolving. So every year they are adding new features, they are keeping up with the market. So I'm thankful for that. And of course, this is a pain point that most institutions have, counselor productivity. So this is another area which we use quite a lot. Because I have different counselors handling different programs, and not enough of a team to allocate 10 people to assign a lead, etc. Automatic lead allocation makes a huge difference, because automatically the lead gets assigned. There are no unassigned leads. There are no drops in the lead productivity. Tracking of key productivity metrics like everything, like whether you follow up, how many minutes have you called, what calls you have done, what kind of notes you have added, everything is trackable for a admin or admission officer. So that is very useful. The targeted engagement time tracking, follow-up tracking, all of this. Basically, the counselor dashboard is a very useful tool for any admission officer to have. This is, I think, the crux of why we have stayed with Meritto. And I think when you mentioned that 24 of your initial founding team is still with you, I think this has been very good for us, because as a smaller institution, you're building up your systems. You don't have a very robust system in place. So many of you would know that the telecalling industry itself, and even the admission counseling industry, is such that you see a lot of churn, you see a lot of turnover. So then having a very supportive team at the software end is very useful. So we have had a lot of training sessions. As every feature comes in, they have helped us facilitate that training. So I think, and I have had calls from the customer success executives saying that, okay, ma'am, this publisher campaign is not doing very well, that is not doing very well. So it's not that they're selling a software, it is that they are helping us facilitating that customer success. So I think that is another aspect of it. That's it. So you cannot boom me out. So that is a quick glimpse of Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth and our journey with Meritto. I would like to thank everybody again. Thank you, and we hope to continue the journey in future.